Hello YouTube friends, ladies, gentlemen and peeps, welcome back. I'm your host Peter Reacts, or welcome if you're new to my channel. Excuse me, I hope everyone is well and having a good week so far, and today is Friday, and that is Friday Reactions, people, yes. Let me bring up the window so you can see what I will be reacting to. Here we go in just a second. And as you can see, I will be reacting to a video called World War II Enemies Reunited in D-Day Anniversary. This is on the Channel 4 News YouTube channel. They're almost at 4 million subscribers. I'll put a link in the description below to their channel, so you can click on it, subscribe and do all that good stuff. I'll just put it in full screen, check the quality, captions, volume is fine. Alright, so yeah, sit back, relax, enjoy, grab your favourite beer, beverage, pop soda, tea, coffee. You know the drill by now, as always. Got my tea, just got to hold it because it's a funny shaped cup. Cheers. Cheers. And yeah, if you're wondering, it says, I like cats more than people. Which, yeah, is true. So, yeah, without any further diddly day, should we jump right into this, shall we? Okay, let's do this. In 3, 2... Sorry, jump out. There we go. Okay, here we go.
This is the tale of two soldiers who have never met and who were supposed to kill each other 75 years ago on this beach.
That's crazy.
One fighting for Führer and fatherland, Paul Goltz, aged 18 on D-Day.
Paul Goltz.
The other fighting for king and country, Harry Reid, barely a year older.
Harry. What a nice name.
You might know him by now. Harry Reid, 95 years old. Age didn't prevent him from jumping out of a plane yesterday.
And this was 5 years ago, almost 13 million views, lots of likes.
As he did 75 years ago in the first hours of the invasion. He spent most of his life working for the Salvation Army. Forgiveness was virtually written into his contract. And yet when we spoke to him recently about meeting Paul, the German soldier, he was cautious.
I'm not sure what I'm going to say to him. I'm going to have to think about it. But I do know this, I will accept him. I will accept him.
That's good.
How can I be at odds with somebody? I can't, can I? I can't. It's just not up. And whatever words are needing, they will come. They will come.
And then Paul Goltz, 94.
There's not many left now. There's only like a handful, dozen left, like 10 or so left now.
He spent yesterday at the German War Cemetery in Normandy, a somber place of black stone crosses, the resting place of the vanquished. I spoke to him on the beach, close to where he surrendered his gun, his freedom and his war to an American tank crew.
And the soldiers, 4 soldiers also came and looked in these fields, in these pastures, and saw us. Hey boys, come on, let's go, the war's over for you. So that's what they shouted.
What they said. They shouted, yeah.
The Schneider, he wanted to shoot with his pistol on this
Your fellow
stand.
soldier, he wanted to shoot them with his pistol. Yeah,
yeah, with his pistol.
What did he
And
say
the
to
lieutenant said to him, throw the pistol away. You are crazy.
Yeah.
You can't do with a pistol a tank.
The war was indeed over for Paul,
Pistol versus a
not
tank.
for his family. His village in eastern Germany became part of Poland. His father, a farmer, was killed by Russian soldiers, his sister raped. But defeat gave Paul, like much of Germany, a new lease of life. He became a prisoner of war in Scotland and America, learned English and joined the diplomatic service.
Wow.
Was he afraid on D-Day?
Of course.
Nein, mit 18
No, he
Jahren.
wasn't.
Es war eine neue
Nein is no.
Situation für mich.
Positiv oder negativ?
Jetzt beginnt es endlich, dass wir das hinter uns bringen. I saw these 1,000 ships, and I thought
You knew it was over.
that I should better make peace with America and England, and only keep the Russians away from Berlin, because my family was near in the east of Pomerania. At first there came the Russian there.
You were much more afraid of the Russians
Yeah.
than of the Americans and the
That's what I thought.
It was time for Paul
Bless.
and Harry to meet on neutral ground in the Café de la Digue in Kabul.
And I'm so glad to see you and to hold your hand and say, bless you, we are partners. Once we were on a different side, but we are partners together
No, of
in
course.
in the rebuilding of the world.
That's why I find very fine.
That's right. And,
Bless.
and I'm just so glad to see you.
We understand each other.
When you were here and you were fighting for survival,
Yeah.
the idea that one day, 75 years later, let alone jumping out of a plane,
Sure.
you would be sitting here with a German former soldier who was on the other side having this conversation.
Not at that time, although my common sense told me that there were people very peacefully minded, and their voices so often were silenced.
What would your advice be to young people? Dein Rat für junge Leute?
Für junge Leute, look at the cemeteries where the people died for us, because we have peace for 75 years old. Peace, keep the peace, get with you.
And
now
you.
we are friends.
We are more than that. We are more than that. We are brothers.
Harry Reid and Paul Golds, brothers and
Brothers.
friends. Well, I'm joined now by two more men who landed here in Normandy, Bill Gladden and Dickie Forrester. Thanks very much to both of you for coming on the programme. You saw the film that we just aired of the German veteran and the British veteran meeting. What did you think when you saw that, Bill?
Well, I was rather impressed. It's the first time I've seen a ex-German soldier and a British soldier meeting. I've never seen that before.
You've never met any German
No,
soldiers yourself?
No, none whatsoever.
What about you, Dickie?
Well, I always used to see one called Willie that used to go to Pegasus Bridge every year.
Willie.
And they sort of adopted him until he died. But he's been dead some time now, but the parents sort of talked to him like a mascot.
Right.
But I'll never let him inside.
She's the woman who owns the cafe, right?
No, Germans are not allowed inside the cafe.
We had her on the programme yesterday, yes.
If Germans go in, they have to go in the back.
She's quite a formidable grande dame, is
She's
Arlette?
a wonderful lady. I gave her flowers yesterday, and she's a nice lady.
So, Bill, when you came over, you came by glider,
Yeah.
and you were the first glider to ever take a tank. Explain that to us.
Glider?
The idea of a glider coming into Normandy is just astonishing.
But it's just that I was in the Armoured Corps
Yeah.
where we had the Valentines, and then I went with Hobart. I'm on the East Coast of Orphaness. I was one of his dispatch riders. And then they asked for volunteers for the Airborne Armoured Corps, so I went with them. And we were at Lark Hill where we did our training, and then we were taken to Turret Ruston in Dorset, and a fortnight before D-Day, we put barbed wire out to stop people getting in, stop us going out, because
Right.
we weren't allowed out.
Because it was a big secret, wasn't it,
Yes,
using these gliders?
yes. And they had briefed us as well, you see.
And they used the gliders so that the Germans couldn't hear them in the middle of the night as they came across.
Yeah, we came in D-Day afternoon,
Right.
because 22nd Independent Parachute Battalion, they went in first to blow the poles out the field. There was all poles in the field. But little did they know, our glider was that big, we would have missed the poles.
Right.
But the horses, it would have taken the wings off.
And there was a tank on the glider.
Yeah, we had a tank and 6
That's incredible,
motorbikes,
a tank
two
on a
50
glider.
Maxes. I was on the bikes, actually.
And you were injured soon after you landed, right? Or
Yeah, I landed on the 6th. I was wounded on the 18th.
right.
And
What happened?
well, we been out on because we did all the recce work for 6th Airborne Division, and we been out this particular day. I come back to the orchard at Ronville,
Yeah.
and I was just about to grew up tipping out some water, and there was a bang, and I was on my back.
Right.
And I didn't know them, but I was told afterwards that a tiger had come into our orchard and blasted us. So I don't know whether it's his 88
Tiger
or his
tank.
machine gun that got me. But it took all the front of my ankle away. I just the Achilles on my foot.
Dickie, what do you remember most about those first few days of the invasion?
Well, first of all, I was frightened. And
Right.
secondly, I was seasick. I was so
That's not a
sick.
good combination, is it?
I thought I was dead.
No, yeah.
Oh, it's a terrible feeling, seasickness. So I never recovered for about 2 days. I felt very guilty about it.
And just describe that moment when you came off the boat and you had to rush onto the beach.
Well, I didn't have to do that because I was laying there in a shocking state.
Really?
And the sergeant pulled me out and left me there, and a medical orderly came on and done it. And he said to this captain, he said, this man's not too good, he might be dying. He said, you're damn fool, he's got seasickness.
And, you know, this has been such a poignant occasion for so many people. I mean, for you, obviously, who were here, but also for those who weren't here and try to imagine it. What did today mean to you, perhaps compared to some of the other anniversaries you've been attending?
It's the same as every one I've ever done.
Really?
I'll tell you what, my old chairman, Arthur Middleton, God bless him, was Black Watch. And he said, when you go away with it, we used to go away, they'll come here every year for long. I've been coming here over 30 years.
30
he said,
years.
you must wear your medals. He
You've
said,
got a lot of them.
well, that's window dressing. He said,
Hairdressing.
you must wear your medals because the people who lie underneath you that you remember never had a chance to wear them, and they were entitled to. And also you can explain to the people, they're not all French, they come from Holland, they come from America. Explain why you're there. They see, oh, this man was here, or he was something to do with it. So they fit in together. And that's my opinion. And every time I come back, it's a joy.
What do you
Bless
think
them.
people should remember most from this occasion? What do you want young people especially to take away from
Don't
this?
go to war because it doesn't get you anywhere. It's just an absolute waste of time.
And victory is nice, but it's very, very dear. There are lots of youngsters laying out there in the cemetery. We are in the 90s and 20s, killed and maimed. We don't want that to happen again.
You lost friends, both of you, didn't you?
Yeah.
Well, my dearest friends I've lost have died since the war, which I miss very much.
Yeah.
I've got two friends that lay in Ronville Cemetery. I've visited yesterday, and I normally try to find them. And I helped carry them over. They were both killed.
Wow.
3 days later, they were carrying me over. So
Right. Okay.
that was it.
Both of you, thank you very much indeed, Bill Glad and Dickie Forrester. Thank you so much for coming in. It's been really wonderful talking to you.
A nice little documentary. Give that a thumbs up, obviously. Let's just grab a thumbnail. Okay, and thumbnail. Alright, hope you all enjoyed the video for World War II Enemies Reunited in D-Day Anniversary, 75th Anniversary. Hope you enjoyed my reactions. If you like what you see, consider subscribing. Turn on that notification bell, hit that thumbs up button. Helps out the channel, helps me out as well, lets YouTube know that you like this content. And yeah, until next time, which will be tomorrow for Saturday, for Showcase Saturday, I'm your host, Peter Reacts, signing out for now. Bye bye and take care.